Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Coruscant Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seales, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arn and Dan. And Bert, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population U. Oh, we got another good one here. I love this one. Our buddy Hampton Yount is here. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
You guys up? Yep, you hear that voice?
Yep.
You recognize that voice, I'm sure, from the Mystery Science Theater 3000 reboot on Netflix. Fantastic job on that show, dude. You are Crow T. Robot.
Oh.
I told you this, Hampton, right before
Thanks.
we started. Cry Wilderness is perfect.
I love that movie.
Oh, and Jonah does too.
It's definitely my favorite. It's a Sasquatch home movie, basically.
Yes.
It's basically a home movie that
But
a group
cut
of people
with
made.
animal B-roll
stock footage.
Yes.
It's about Sasquatch who loves Coca-Cola and rock and roll.
Yes. Hey, now who doesn't? Why wouldn't he?
And he befriends a little boy, and it's a very fun,
I love the one that we saw live.
clean adventure.
Oh my
So
God.
you're not, by the way, you're not just voicing it, you are writing for it
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
I also write for it.
Which is so
It's
cool.
a dream, man. It's my favorite. It's like one of my favorite shows.
You grew up loving
to get
it.
Right for it is
You
insane.
grew up loving it, and now you get to step in and be in it.
Yeah, and it's like you would appreciate this. It's just writing jokes,
Yeah.
and the funniest joke usually wins. So you're just happy, you know. Like there's never really any reason to fight.
And what a great crew of people, like all our favorite people. Jonah.
I know, and it turned out that they just like that Joel Hodgson happened to be a really great guy.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
know,
mean? Like
right.
I just was already like, he's a hero of mine. But
He
then to
can
meet
be a
him
jerk.
and like, yeah, and then to have to be on the road for 2 months with people.
Yeah, how
like,
was that, man?
It was great. Like we
You know,
all
like
actually
a rock
became,
and roll tour.
Yeah, it was really like summer camp. Like we literally were like at the end, like I can't believe we did this, and it's like this
So great.
these moments where we're like,
I can't believe we TP Joel's cabin. What?
Why
No,
you guys
you
staying
went
in
on a
cabins?
tour, you sold out big theaters, and you got to make jokes and be funny, and you knew it was going to be
I
funny
thought
every time.
things would like fall off the wheels, you know, like at least some gigs would get canceled or somebody would get sick or
Right.
something, you know, and
Shows you how much people love
Amazingly.
it. By the way, though, scary to step into a situation where people have so much love for the Kevin Murphys of this world and
yeah, Bill Corbett, Trace
and-
Bilyeu.
yeah, I mean those guys, amazing.
Yeah, they
and
kind
Michael
of like
Nelson.
defined the characters,
Right.
You know,
But I think what was great is you guys aren't trying to be them. You are yourselves, and you and Baron Vaughn and Jonah Ray are
Have
great
chemistry.
You are a great trio of like three of my favorite comedians out there doing their thing, and then Patton's involved, and there's all these really great people
Day.
involved.
Yeah.
Felicia Day.
yeah, it's like it's nonstop, just respect for people that I work with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I love working with Baron and Jonas, especially because it's like that's the core three.
Yeah, you
of
guys
us
have to
just
have that chemistry together.
having to talk all the time together. together. Yeah,
I love it. Well, I'm so happy you're here
Thanks,
with
man.
us
I really appreciate it.
on Dumb People Town. The world is getting dumber as we know it, and our way to combat that is to have fun and try and make fun of it or make sense of it through a comedic way, and that is why our buddy Dan Van Kirk, how you doing,
Yes. Hi, guys.
DVK,
the return.
who is like the kind of the DVK, the slaughtering.
Oh, like the other, I recently this summer I did the 208 Comedy Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And I was headlining the festival, and I find the guy who's like hosting it. And sometimes you do stand up, so you just go up and be like, hey, do you need me to give you credits just for what to say when I come up?
Nah, man, I'm good.
The guy goes, yeah, you do. I was just gonna say you do podcasts. I'm like,
Yeah, it's great.
Well, that's
it's great. One of the things I do.
Yeah. And so that
It's literally how he intros you.
podcasts.
the Dumb People Show. I'm like, yeah, it's called. Yeah,
Dumb People Town.
How about we just say
Why'd I write it
Bob's
down?
Burgers, Dumb People Town.
2016 Comedy Central Comic to Watch.
Let's just do
say
that.
In fact, you just say one of any of those. That just but yeah, one of those. He's like Comedy Central Comic to Watch, Dumb People Town, Sklar Brothers, Bob's Burgers. Got it. And I'm like, all right, I think we covered it.
He walks away, and you're like, there is no way he's getting this right.
Well, end of the show goes up. He walks up and he goes, all right, this guy is, I'm sure he's going to be funny. And I was already like, I'm sure he's going to be funny. You've probably heard him on Bob's Burgers. You've probably listened to his podcast, Dumb People Town, with the Sklar Brothers. He's a 2016 Comedy Central Comic to Watch.
You're like, oh my
Please
God.
welcome to the stage, Daniel Von Kirk. And I
Dan,
go,
you got everything right but my name.
I'm like, well, that's on me.
But no. By the way, and I mean this in all with all due respect
Sure.
and in all honesty, I like Daniel Von Kirk better.
Daniel Von
That's
Kirk.
not what Daniel Von Kirk.
Daniel Von Kirk travels overseas
Yeah.
regularly.
Daniel Von Kirk can wear a cape.
Yeah.
Daniel Von Kirk has a dad.
He is your arch enemy.
Yes.
Daniel Von Kirk may be a vampire.
Daniel Von Kirk has no student loan debt.
Daniel Von Kirk is a professor in a language that doesn't exist. Daniel Von Kirk can drink beer before liquor and not have a problem.
Daniel
Yeah.
Von Kirk has a fantastic car that you drive him in.
He just sounds like a slightly better off version of you.
I know.
Not mean or
His parents have a
bad.
boat.
What? Jesus, it's a pontoon.
But I just was like, well, that's the one thing I didn't cover.
I didn't
That's on-
stress my name enough.
All right.
So Daniel Von Kirk, he gets stories sent to him by our fans, stories of dumb people doing dumb things with amazing details. We don't
not
know
heard
the
them.
story.
Right.
Hampton does not know the story, and so we are like everybody here listening to the
No
details that Dan breaks down for us. So
Yes.
we got a story.
We do. It was
Let's
sent
do
in
it.
by Ryan Rogers. He went on Twitter, hit this link with @Daniel Van Kirk, #DumbPeopleTown, @Ryan Rogers, ROGERS. So you can say thanks to him if
buddy.
you want. We will right here. Thanks, buddy. All right, here we go. Ready? This also might be the most honest and at moments smartest dumb person we've ever talked about.
Oh, I'm excited for that. Honesty can cover a lot, by the way.
The weaving driver might get a few points for honesty. Judgment, not so much.
Okay.
Who wrote this?
I know.
Real stories from the Highway Patrol?
I know. I love it.
It's like Kurt Vonnegut is suddenly writing for like a local newspaper.
I
Now,
love when they,
you'd think that the windshield wiper would do all the work.
But it's like, are we all speaking in local news voice?
Yes.
The windshield wiper is supposed to do the work, but it doesn't.
I also like when they talk directly to me, the reader.
Yeah.
Like we're pen pals.
yeah.
Dear reader,
That's
how
what I'm
are you?
getting
I am
here.
fine. Here's a story I was told to
What
write
is
about.
arrow pointing upwards?
Right. So here we go. The weaving driver might get a few points for honesty. Judgment, not so much. Charging papers filed in Pierce County Superior Court give this account. The man started shoving things in his mouth when a Washington State trooper pulled him over July 21st at Tacoma Mall Boulevard on South 78th Street in Tacoma,
Washington.
Yes. Asked
Started shoving the drugs.
asked what he was putting in his mouth so that he gets pulled over.
Yeah.
Cops walking up.
starts
Cop
throwing
just
stuff in
sees him throwing stuff in his
jamming
mouth.
stuff.
Shoving
He's
stuff.
just like, got a carb load before prison. Got to be the strongest, toughest guy.
They always say that. Yeah, carb load first and then punch the biggest guy in the yard.
Asked what he was putting into his mouth. The driver opened wide to show the trooper it was gum. that is never going to work.
That means he's been drinking.
Yeah.
That means he's been drinking.
After finding out why he'd been stopped, the man said, and I just love this, that he was, quote, just trying to catch up with his peeps.
That is
That's too casual.
Just trying to catch up with my peeps. Got my
officer,
peeps.
sir. I'm
just-
talking about
yeah.
Easter candy
You can,
that
like,
was
imagine
waiting
the
for me.
officer,
Down
like,
the road.
now what is a peep? who are these peeps?
Wait, I have a question for you, sir.
Dr.
You are an
Phil.
officer in Washington, and yet you have a Southern accent. Did you, Dr.
I'm
Phil?
going to give you some homespun wisdom. These peeps aren't your peeps.
These peeps are potential perps.
So far, both of you are doing a Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Right, we were saying Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is
Highway
I missed
County.
Highway Patrolman,
Highway Patrol.
Dr. Phil.
Now listen, you put them peeps in the microwave because they'll blow up on you. They'll blow up on you good.
So are you talking about Easter snacks,
Those-
Dr. Phil?
those
No, I'm
are
talking
not-
about your friends.
You care about your peeps?
Good peeps.
You care about your peeps? I want you to look your peeps right here in the eye. They're sitting right here. There's no better time than the present. That's why this has been gift wrapped for you, okay? Because it's the present. Now, I want you to look your peeps in the eye, and I want you to say to them peeps, peeps. Say it.
Peeps.
Peeps.
I do love you.
I do love you.
Well, words are wins, so that don't mean shit, okay? You might say the words, but that don't mean you mean it.
By the way, I just hearing you say that don't mean shit. I want Dr. Phil on a daytime TV show to be allowed to curse.
Just smoking.
Just be allowed to be like,
real
well,
with
fuck
people.
that, man.
So you come back from breaking his ties off. He's like, well, if you're just joining us, nothing here means shit.
Just life is just a bowl of shit.
Foot up on the stool, smoking, just doing a Chappelle.
But like in like short shorts with a ball hanging out.
Yo, I ain't even
Yeah.
bald. I shave my head like this because it's more trustworthy.
I told a woman she couldn't be my girlfriend because she didn't exercise enough. Let's come back from break.
We come back, we got a couple of real jackasses joining us, and to be honest, I'm going to make them think I've helped them over the course of the next 30 minutes. They're going to go back to their miserable lives right here on Dr. Phil.
It's all shit. Anyway.
Anyway, he goes,
Peeps.
just trying to catch up with my
Trying to catch up with my peeps.
Trying to catch up with my peeps. The trooper noted he smelled like booze and asked the man where he'd been. Ready for this quote?
Okay. Can't
The
wait.
driver looked at him and said, I'm coming from the bar, then drove off.
Oh! So then he just left.
He looks at the cop. Where you,
pursuit.
where you coming from?
Coming
from the bar.
well, them Duke boys.
That's where a freeze
Got into a whole heap of trouble. Good enough for me.
Oh,
Good
man.
enough for me.
That guy's awesome.
I'm coming from the bar, then just leaves.
Gotta catch up with my peeps.
Well, that's some shit. I guess I'm going back to the station.
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
During the chase, the man flipped a U-turn, ran a red light, hit the curb of a roundabout, lost a wheel,
Dude, that's some GTA
Yes.
driving.
and ultimately crashed the vehicle on its top, not too far from where the pursuit started.
Oh, that's just good. That's just
It's
good.
literally Duke's Hazard.
Because remember I said there's a roundabout, so that means that cop could have just stood where he was, watched him peel out, hit the roundabout, lose a wheel, spin out, flip
Flip
over,
over,
curb, and end up
slide back right where he
next to
was.
him. I want that scene in Super Troopers too. So
That
bad.
is such a great.
Unreal. Unreal.
See you in helicopter. Whoop! All right, I'm back.
You
What's
caught
up?
me. You caught me.
You caught me. All right, look.
You're good. You're
all
real
right.
good.
All right. You got me, man. You got me, man. I know when I've been licked.
I know when there's RoboCop.
I just love that everyone has a Southern accent up in Washington.
Yes.
In Tacoma,
Oh,
Washington.
by the way, they don't even give us a name for this kid. We can change it if we want. I've gone with Dylan.
Dylan is good.
Dylan.
I was
Yes.
going to say Lance, but I like Dylan.
Dylan Cotton. I don't know why, but that's what was in my
Dylan Cotton.
Yes. He so
got a
then
serious
he
Dylan
flips over the
Cotton
car. He ends
addiction.
up right back where they started.
Jesus.
He gets out of the car, takes off running, hopped a few fences, avoided a shot from the trooper's stun gun in the process.
Okay, so he outran a stun gun, a taser.
Yes, he shot and missed, which you know, based on the shit this dude's already said, he yelled back at that cop. Almost got my ass.
Yeah.
I'm catching up my peeps. You didn't learn how to shoot, man.
Hey, I just outran that. How
I
little?
left my credit card at the bar.
How little is he feeling the ground as he's running?
yeah.
Like he's not feeling it at all.
Yeah, he's pre-Fontaine in this.
several
Yeah.
fences.
Jeez.
Yes.
He's got that superhuman stamina going on.
But his hiding place behind a garbage can,
Not in. This is like a 1970s cop movie.
didn't fool Tacoma police officers who showed up to help find him. And in the end, he then tried to run away and didn't clear the last fence he tried to jump.
Yeah.
If you're a cop there, you're like, I gotta feel bad for him. You got to get over that fence.
I know. I mean, thank God this body camera was
He
on.
needs this.
Yes.
We're going to be playing this at the Christmas
Ready
party.
what happened when he tried to jump that last fence?
no.
Why he couldn't do it?
No.
The fence broke and he fell into the sidewalk. So he pancaked it.
Straight down. It's like the hurdles, like the 100-meter hurdles.
Ready for
to go.
another great quote from Dylan?
I want to hear it.
He lands in the sidewalk. Cops run up to arrest him. He tells the first trooper, quote, that he was not the driver and he was running to help the cop find the driver.
Why not? Why not? I'm helping you.
You guys don't understand. I saw this all happen. I'm helping you. I'm not the guy.
This is citizen's arrest.
This is double jeopardy.
Yes.
No, it's not.
I'm trying to catch me. It's my looper. I'm trying to stop me. No, I'm on your side.
It's a
I'm me
sci-fi
from
thing.
the future.
I'm trying. I'm free. I get away. I want you to know that I'm me from 3 hours from now. I get away.
I
I'm trying to
get
stop
away.
the younger me.
Yes. He was uncooperative, believe it or not. When the trooper took him to have his blood drawn for a toxicology test, the charging papers show. But the man apparently had a change of heart on the way to jail and apologized for taking up the trooper's time. I want to hear that conversation.
Oh, listen,
that
man.
dashboard cam.
I am
As
so
long
sorry.
as we're here,
Let me just say, you know.
well, get it out. If you're going to express yourself, now's the time to do it.
I'm sad about my peeps.
Well,
I'm worried that they're not all my peeps.
do they treat you with respect?
They treat me like a scrub.
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna
Some
tell
of
you
my
something right
peeps
now.
treat me like a
You were at a
scrub.
bar with your friends. That bar, they all left you there, did they not?
Yeah.
So maybe it's time to take an inventory of the type of people you have in your life, because maybe they would have taken you with them, could have had a couple of road sodies, and you don't get arrested tonight.
Road
That's because
sodies.
you chose to bring into your life. You show me a man's friend, I'll
I
show
thought
you
they
his
were my
character.
peeps.
They're not. They're not.
Now your
okay?
peeps, and the more you keep referring them as your peeps, the less they are your peeps.
Yes. All right. I'm going to ask you guys now. We get to play another round of
Guess the age. So fun.
How old is Dylan Cotton, a.k.a. we don't know his real
Too
name?
much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
You are a guest. You can
Okay.
go first.
I went
Tignataro
first
second
last
slot?
time, so
Yeah,
I'll
last.
go last.
All right.
Wow.
Jason Sklar.
This is a young guy. This is a 21-year-old idiot. 21.
21
He's young.
years old.
I mean, I'm gonna say 24. He's young.
Randy Sklar comes
Been
in at
around.
24. Jason Sklar, you said 21?
21.
Okay, let's narrow it down here. Let's say 30.
30?
I
30.
think 24 because he still has to have developed relationships with people enough to call them his peeps.
There's a lot of things. Okay, yeah. Peeps. Peeps feels like a young word,
Peeps
right?
is a young word.
Okay.
Or it could be an older person trying to sound young
Right.
and cool.
Right. Also, he ran. So you
Jumping several
Young.
fences. So he's
Yeah.
Well,
not
30.
40. He's not 40.
In shape.
We
yeah.
know he didn't jump one.
No,
one
several.
he just kind of ran into and took down. Right?
Chris Farley style. Yeah.
Yes.
Plowed through it.
Dylan Cotton is 36 years old.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
What is going on
Whoa.
in his life?
He's just hanging with
Dang,
his
man.
peeps.
Yes.
Jesus.
There were no
36.
peeps.
By the way, if you're spending a lot of time at a bar, 36 looks a lot older than 36.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. If you've been
It's
visiting
like
it.
you see someone out on the streets, you're like, man,
Are
how
you
old
50?
are you? Yeah, and they're like,
Exactly.
no, I'm 28. You know what I mean? That's
I just sit in the sun and drink beer.
He has
What's wrong
never
with that?
ever used sunblock.
never.
Ever.
Never.
And he wears a neon shirt.
He also believes, Dylan Cotton believes that that expiration dates are put on food just by the government to make sure that you keep throwing away food and
to buy
buying
more.
They're lying.
It don't mean nothing.
That milk just becomes yogurt.
Becomes something
all
else.
part of
Why
big
go
food.
buy yogurt?
It's all part of big food.
Imagine his friends that were like, "Yeah, I thought we were Dylan's Peeps. He didn't even show.
He didn't even come.
I mean, he
There's like a big sad banner at the party that he didn't make it to. Peeps love Dylan.
Y'all, he said,
It's like Peeps for keeps.
Peeps for keeps.
And it's just like a whole party where they're like, we're yours forever if you show up.
I don't think he likes us.
Maybe he's like part of an organization called Promise Peepers.
that is at Sklar Brother.
People who promise to be his friends.
Okay, I'm
There's
back on
Promise
board.
People. Promise
back on board.
Peepers.
Yeah. We're deporting millions of peepers from this country.
Well, we had mentioned and heard several times throughout the episode from Dr. Phil. I love that he has a pipeline to this show, and he left us a voicemail really outlining his attitude towards the whole Promise Keepers scenario and how
Promise Keepers is what? I don't even know what that is.
Really? I went to it.
What is
Did
it?
not.
Yes, I did.
What is it? It's where you keep
It
your
was like-
promise.
no, it was like a Christian thing
Right.
for like
It's
bringing
abstinence.
the Christian man back into the household, like getting rid of these days where
nice.
the wife is making everybody go to church.
Okay,
Quit talking. Bah.
Come on.
Promise Keeper. So, Dr. Phil actually left us a voicemail about Promise Keepers, and
Let's take a listen.
Take a listen to that.
You have one new voice message.
Hey, y'all. Phil here. Don't even call me the doc. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it no more, but y'all talked about Promise Keepers. I want to let you know something about PKs, okay? That's just words. Promise needs to be kept. That's when you know it worked. You take a man, he been married 8 years, thinks life's going good. He comes home and his wife's cheating on him with the, dryer. It's a bad marriage. It'd be good when you die and you were happy. Successful marriage. We had 2 people in here last week. One guy tried to call himself Promise Keeper. He's a thief. We had bowl mints. He dumped the mints out, took the bowl. Now you need a bowl that bad, you just ask me. I'll keep that promise. I'm gonna finish this bottle of JB, go back out and shoot another show. Probably gonna hang myself on one of these ties. All right, y'all. DP out.
Wow. Darkest
Somebody-
thing before he left.
Maybe hang myself with one of these ties.
Listen to his own show.
He does.
So funny, because it's the soft PH sound, I don't think of him as a DP. But he's DP.
He is DP.
Dr.
Yeah.
Phil. Well, guess what, guys? This was an episode of Dumb People Town. Want to thank our guest, Hampton Yount.
Follow him on Twitter. Watch him on the MST3K reboot. He is Crow T Robot.
If you like this show, Dumb People Town, check it out. It's free on iTunes. Listen to it, rate it, review it. We have a bunch of episodes on there. Thanks so much. And, oh, man, we got to get back to work. Get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down. It's Dumb People Town.